Hello, friends. I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and welcome to my craft corner. I am so excited that you are here tonight. I'm trying all sorts of new and different things this evening. We are going to be using some fabulous patterned paper to make a card, and I'm kind of recreating a card that I have made, which is what I normally do. But I just decided just now I'm going to switch it up a little bit. And I am starting completely from scratch. So I'm going to cut everything tonight while we're here. I'm going to make the whole thing. We'll see how it goes. So it's a really fun card, though. I think you're going to like it. I'm using the Ready to Ride Designer Series paper, and it's amazing. I love it. So if you are here and watching me live, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know that you are watching. Let me know if you are ready to ride. And a special welcome to all my replay watchers as well. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know that you're watching the replay because I love to hear when people are watching the replay. Hello, friends. We have a Facebook friend, and I is here. Hello, I. Welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm going to go ahead and flip around my camera. I'm going to try something different here as well. So hello, Vicki. I'm going to try something different. I'm trying a different layout. I'm going to see if it works. So let me see. There we go. So I get to see you guys a little bit bigger. I'm going to have to see if this takes up my whole screen. My screen is looking fuzzy. Maybe? I hope not. Let's do a little screen cleaning here before we get started. Hello, Fonda from Charlotte, North Carolina. And Karen, welcome. And Vicki, hello. We're gonna make some fun stuff. All right, I'm gonna use a little screen wipe on my screen really quick because I feel like it's not as clean as it should be. We're just gonna do a little cleaning. Oh, that maybe is better. So, all right, we're gonna clean my glasses because you guys, I keep like lens cleaning wipes at my stamp station, at my stamp desk, because I use them for cleaning off photopolymer stamps, for cleaning my clear blocks when they get gross. I use them for cleaning my camera. I use them for cleaning my glasses. And of course, so whenever I open one, I go ahead and I just, clean some other things while it's still wet. So that's just a little sidetrack on how my desk rules here. All right. You'll see. Get some leftover ink off those cruddy blocks. My blocks need a really good cleaning. When I really want to clean them, I actually use Stays-On Cleaner because I love the Stays-On Cleaner. It's got like a brush, not a brush, but I don't know. It's got like a fabric piece on the end and it just kind of scrubs really well. And then I clean them with a lens wipe afterwards. So, all right, enough cleaning. Enough with the cleaning. Sidetrack. Here is the Designer Series paper I'm using. Yes, it is all cut up into pieces. This is the Ready to Ride Designer Series paper. And one side has fun, like black. I don't know. It's like got black glossy on gray. And then the other side has images. We get things like that. There's these like flowers. You have a bigger piece. Oh, right here. There's this fun like map one, or I think that. And then these fun flowers. And this goes with the Legendary Ride Legendary Ride bundle, which is, like a Harley Davidson bike, and the dies for it. They're kind of shaped like that. It also has a big sheet with all these different pictures on it. I've already cut out a bunch to use them. So that's why that's in pieces. There's another one from that and another one. I love this vroom vroom. So just a whole bunch of really cool stuff. And this is the piece. This is the piece I think I'm going to use. I got a bigger piece of this. So all sorts of cool stuff. Oh, here's another one. Here's this. The dies will cut out the bikes, but I'm not really a biker, so I didn't want to do biker things. Here's some fun orange, some pumpkin pie in the tire treads, which are really cool. I'm going to use this piece right here. So yeah, so I'm not really a biker. I didn't really want to do bikes. I wanted to do something different. And when I saw this paper, this is the paper that I saw, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love that paper. Because this paper just made me think like retro diner, that kind of stuff. And that made me think of the Nothing's Better Than stamp set. And so that's what I pulled out to use. So I'm going to use this paper. What I'm going to do is I have the stitched rectangle dies. Okay, I have the stitched rectangle dies. And I'm going to use these to cut my rectangle, I think. And these are being retired. As you all know, the retirement list has come out and there's some really good stuff that's going away, including the stitched rectangle dies, which I'm really sad about because they're so useful, right? So, all right, I think I want this one, the big one. I was kind of trying to debate if I should go with this one that has like pancakes and coffee on it, or if I should go with this one that has like, this one kind of looks like a motel though. Maybe we'll do this one. We'll do this one. See what I can get in here. All right, so I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to use my dies and cut this out. This is why I like using the die, because I can kind of, frame it up and see what I'm going to get in here. I think I need to cut this down a little bit so that it will fit in my die cut machine, because that is going to be too big. So I will go ahead. I'm going to cut this. I'm not going to be able to save much of this paper, but it's going to retire soon too. So you're still recovering from reading the retirement list? Yeah. Same. All right, we're just going to cut through this. I'm just going to cut right here. Trying to decide, like, where do I want to cut that saves some stuff? Maybe, but I get the full part of what I want. Oops. All right. Cut that off. Yeah, so this paper is going to be retired. And it's going to be on sale 20% off starting next week, Tuesday. It's going to be on sale 20% off, which is awesome. Yeah, so keep that in mind. I got all sorts of good stuff on sale. It's going to be a really good sale next week. So, all right, we're going to cut that about right there. Run this through. I'm just over here running this through my die cut machine. Ugh. All right. There we go. Put this aside. We'll use it again later. I might have done that slightly crooked. Oh, well. Oh, well, it is what it is. So there's our picture right there. I do want to do just a little bit of coloring on here. I'm going to kind of color in some stuff here. Trying to decide what I want to color and what I want to color it. I'm going to grab some pumpkin pie. I'm going to start with my light pumpkin pie, I think. I'm going to color up here. I think I want that to be the dark pumpkin pie. You keep getting the circle of death on my video or on the catalog? Hello, Nicole in Perth, Australia. All right, let's try this one. That's closer to what we want. All right, so I'm using the dark pumpkin pie, and I'm just going to color around part of this sign. And I don't think I'm going to color the whole thing because I just want to like give hints of color to it. So, here we go. I'm just going to dot in the little lights on this. Let me see what else. Try to decide like what could be orange on here. Let me know if you have any thoughts about what I should make orange. I think maybe like this trim. Hopefully this is not the wrong decision. I don't think I want to color the whole thing in. You guys let me know. Should I color more? Should I add like color in greenery? Or should I just stick with the orange? On the video, oh no. Well, Fonda, I hope it does settle down. If anybody else is having that problem, please let me know. I hope it's not me. I think I'm going to color like this box down here. There we go. What do we think? Do I want to add another color? Let me know in the comments. Vespar orange. Okay. Do you want me to color the motorcycle orange? Is that what we're saying? We could color the motorcycle orange, parts of it. I don't think it's a Vespa. It'd be pretty awesome if it was a Vespa. I think that'd be way more fun. There. Oh, that really, yeah, that kind of evens it out. Let me know. Pretty cool. So I wish I had cut that straight. Silly me. All right, so there we go. We have that. Now I'm going to grab some soft suede and some pumpkin pie. And the soft suede is retiring as well, which is sad. I kind of like soft suede. I'm going to grab some soft suede and some pumpkin pie. So we'll just grab a whole sheet of pumpkin pie. You love soft suede? Me too. So I'm going to cut the soft suede in half to create my card base. So I'm going to cut this at 5.5. So it'll be 5.5 by 8.5. And then I'm just going to score it at 4.25 to create these folds. There we go. And see if I can find my bone folder. Give that a good crease. And then I want to use this. You know what? This would be going sideways. I'm going to grab another piece so this is not going sideways. I want it to go the right direction. I'm going to put this over here. I think I want this to be about, I'm going to use the measurements on the bottom here. I think I want it to be like 3 inches. Let's try 3 inches. You're joining late after work. Well, hello, Kimberly. I'm glad that you could join us. So I'm just going to cut this paper at 3 inches, and then I'm going to cut it at 4.25. So it goes all the way from the top to the bottom. There we go. So that'll go on there. Oh, that's great. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to measure. I'm just using the ruler that's on my grid paper here. You can't quite see the measurements, but I'm going to measure my little rectangle here to get an idea of what size it is. And it is about 4 3/8 by 3 inches. So I'm going to cut a piece of pumpkin pie that is 4.5 by 3 1/8. Hello in snowy Utah. All right, you're gonna watch it later. That's awesome. I'm glad that you popped in and said hello. I'm gonna cut this 3 1/8, and then I'm gonna cut it 4.5 the other direction. And it gives us our pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Let's see if I did right. Oh, pretty good. All right. There we go. I can't wait to like show you what I made this based on, because you'll have to see how it changed a little bit. All right, so let's do some stamping. I'm going to pull out some very vanilla cardstock. If I can find it. There we go. All right. So I grabbed some very vanilla, and as I said, I'm going to use the Nothing's Better Than stamp set. So, which I had out earlier. Here it is. Nothing's Better Than stamp set. Oh, let me see. All right. I'm going to pull this out. I want to grab the coffee cup because this looks like, to me, it looks like a little diner. You love how it's coming together. Oh, I'm glad. All right, and then I'm going to grab the stamp that says today's plan, consume. And I think, do we want to say consume coffee? You guys let me know in the comments. Should we say today's plan, consume coffee because adulting is hard, or and be awesome? So and be awesome or adulting is hard. Let me know in the comments which one you want to use. And then I'll pull that one out. But first, I'm going to stamp us some coffee cups. Go ahead and put this sentiment on. So it's there. Adulting, so far in adulting, I'm going to grab my soft suede ink pad. And I'm going to start by stamping the outside of my little coffee cup here. And I'm going to stamp 2 of these. There's one. There's my second one. And while I have the soft suede out, I'm going to go ahead and grab the today's plan, consume. And I'm just going to stamp that down here. All right, adulting is hard. Adulting is hard. I think everybody is going for adulting is hard. It is, isn't it? It really is. Adulting is hard. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this so I have the inside. So to make my inside piece, I'm going to cut myself a piece that is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. I'll start by cutting at 5 1/4, and then I'll cut at 4. And now we'll go ahead and grab that adulting is hard. Everyone, you guys are all about the adulting is hard. It is, and it's almost the weekend. Thank goodness, because I am so ready for this weekend. All right, because adulting is hard. So I'll stamp this one in some soft suede as well. And let's go ahead, let's stamp a coffee cup on here too, just because I feel like it needs a coffee cup. Oh, I know what else this needs. In here, we'll grab that too. There's some fun little things that I didn't use on the front because they just didn't work. Hello, Christine. Fonda, you have to go soon. I'm sorry. Hopefully you come back and watch the replay later. Nicole, you bought this just for the adulting is hard. It's so true. I can't believe this set is going to retire. Oh, I'm glad that I have it though. All right, so I'm going to stamp the inside of my coffee to be orange. How very retro looking, I think. Orange and brown coffee mug. And we'll do the second one. And this one over here too. If I can get it. There we go. Not perfect, but it's fine. And then in here, there is a little star. I'm going to grab the little star. And it's not going to work for the front, but I'm going to use it on the inside. So we'll just add some little stars in there just for fun. And then I can put my pumpkin pie away, and let's clean up my stamps before I end up putting a piece of paper in the middle of them that I don't want. Does that happen to you? Does that happen to you guys, that you have dirty stamps sitting on your stamp table and then you accidentally put your nice project on top of them? It happens to me because I'm a messy stamper. All right, so we'll clean these up and then we won't have any accidents, hopefully. Check my hands. Hands are looking okay. All right. Yeah, watch your hands too. So I want to grab the dies that go with this, if I can find them. Love You More Than dies. And these are going to be on sale next week, Tuesday, as well. These are going to be 40% off. 40% off. Oh my goodness. So if you don't have these yet, this is going to be a great time to grab them. All right, I want to grab the little coffee cup. And I want to grab the stamp that says coffee. For the die, not the stamp, this die that says coffee. We'll set these aside. And my other piece of soft suede. All right, I'm going to set the inside aside, put my ink pad away. And now we're going to cut some of this out. You're a messy stamper too. Oh, I'm such a messy stamper. It is chaos over here. Actually, I'm gonna trim these out just a little bit, just so that I can fit more in my die cut machine on one pass, because I'm gonna have to put it through twice to get the coffee cups, and I need to cut off my coffee like 3 times. So we're gonna cut that down just a little bit. I'm gonna grab a piece of washi, some old washi. Let me make sure I'm in the camera. I hate when I do that. My stuff is really far up tonight, so I think I keep missing the camera. All right, we'll line that up and put it on. And I'm also going to cut out a coffee. I'm actually going to cut the coffee 3 times because I am going to stack it up and get us some dimension. So we'll run this through first. And there we go. All right. So there's my little coffee cup. Yay. There's one coffee cup. Let's go ahead and we'll put this over on my second coffee cup. Get that lined up. I'm going to take off this coffee. Set this aside. We'll run this through again. So just 2 more passes. Here we go. There's our second coffee. And then I'm going to do one more time. Take off my coffee cup. And I'm going to cut the coffee one more time because I want this to have some real good dimension on it. All right. Now we're going to start putting everything together. There's that coffee. Peel that off. Whew. All right, so we have 3 coffees. And I'm just punching out the center. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. It's got a little picky end. It's good for punching out those extra bits. There's one. Punch these out. Now, I could have put adhesive sheet on here, but I didn't. But that's okay. I'm just going to use my fine tip glue because I never remember to use the adhesive sheet. That's like a normal occurrence for me. All right. Come on, let's go. There we go. You love this tool. Me too. And the new catalog, we're getting some new ends, some new choices for the take your pick tool. There's like a rotary cutter and an X-Acto knife blade, and I think something else. All right, so 2 little coffee cups, just like that. I'm going to take my today's plan and I'm going to trim this up. With my paper snips. Now you could do this with your paper trimmer. I'm just going to do it with my snips and try to be straight. And I'm going to actually cut these apart. I want these in 2 pieces. So there's one. Trim that off. Because sometimes it's fun to play with how the words are lined up and not necessarily do it how the stamp was originally designed. So there we go. So I'm going to take my coffees and I'm going to grab my fine tip glue. And this glue is really hard to get open because it has, I'm going to take this off. I don't really understand why this piece exists because I wouldn't use it like that. I wouldn't use it without this piece. But this piece screws off as well, and it always wants to screw off, whereas the top part that actually needs to come off doesn't. I don't know why. All right. I'm just going to take some fine tip glue, and I'm just going to try to put just a little bit on some of the bigger areas here. There's some fun new word dies coming as well. I don't remember what words were in them, but they're pretty good. The Amazing Thanks. You guys know how I love the Amazing Thanks dies because they have awesome words like thanks. Those are retiring as well, which is sad, but not too sad because I lost one of the dies. I still haven't been able to locate it. I used it on a live a few weeks ago and I have not been able to find it since. It completely disappeared. All right, so here's the second one. And let's get just a little bit up here on my C. Now we have a stack of 3 coffees. Oops. Don't quite want to go together. There we go. So it just kind of gives you a nice thick die cut, since you can't really get that on dimensionals because it's too thin. All right, so with the fine tip glue, you do want to cover it back up right away, and you got to get that pin back in the tip. All right. So now, here we go. Let's adhere these things together. We'll see how this turns out. You lost a die once and you still haven't found it? Yeah, I'm not too happy. So, I don't know. I emptied a bag of trash. It could be in the trash. I saved the bag, and then once I knew that the dies were retiring, I decided I wasn't going to look for it. I gave up. I have a feeling it's stuck to something or it got stuck in something, and I will find it someday in the future. All right. Oops. Oh, well, that's where that is. So I just put on this first piece of designer series paper, and then I'm going to take our little diner image, and I'm going to adhere that to the pumpkin pie like this. And then this is going to go on our card front. This brown and orange is just so retro to me. Your OCD hates it, I'm sure. I just, am trying not to think about it. All right. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this today's plan. It's not straight. I can tell that's not straight. We're going to do a little trimming. There we go. All right, we're going to do today's plan. Consume. I'm just laying these out to see where I want to put them. Consume coffee. And then we'll put our little coffee cups over here. What do you think? Does that work? Hopefully it works. You found one stuck to your iPad cover. I've checked my iPad cover because it does have a magnet in it. So pretty much, I think I've checked everything that has magnets, but who knows? All right. I need to get out a new thing of dimensionals. Because if y'all were here on Tuesday night, you know that I messed up a piece and I had already put glue on it. Well, when I set it aside to not use it, I accidentally put my dimensionals on top of it. And the pack was mostly used up anyway. And when I found it today, it was completely stuck. And so I just decided, meh, we're just gonna throw that out. It had like 1 dimensional left on it. Nicole, you like that? Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. All right, there's 1 coffee cup. We're gonna come in with our second coffee cup. There's little bits and pieces everywhere. There we go. Then I'm going to put the coffee on there. I'm pulling out my fine tip glue again. And of course, you guys, I have more samples to show you too, including the card that this is kind of inspired by. It's got a very similar, it's got the same layout. I just used a kind of different paper. All right, try to get this tip back in here before my glue dries. There we go. And this is going to go right in here, I think, like that. That glue got a little bit gushy, but I kind of missed, but it's okay. And then I want to put these on dimensionals as well. And these are going to pop up in the air. So I'm going to take this from the sides of my minis. I'm using the sides of my minis faster than my minis. Just because I like a nice strip. I really should get the strips of dimensionals. There's like foam adhesive strips. And I don't know why I haven't gotten any, because I'm sure I would use them all the time. All right, so we're going to pop that one up. And then, well, I guess we'll just use minis on this. We'll put some mini dimensionals on this one. This card's almost done. It's almost done. So there we go. And see, I'm going to line this up so that the right side kind of is over there. All right, there's our front. And I'm going to put the inside in. So here is the inside of my card that says, because adulting is hard. I love that. I just love that. I can't believe this set is leaving. All right. So there we go. Today's plan, consume coffee. Move this over here. Today's plan, consume coffee because adulting is hard. Now let me show you the one that I originally made. So here is the first one, and you can see they're very, very similar. This piece was actually part of, remember how I said there was one big piece in this pattern paper set that has like all the different pictures on it? This was one of the pictures, and I just loved it. Just loved it so much. And so that is what I used on this one, but I only had one sheet of that paper because I gave the rest away. So I didn't have a way to make another one, and I wanted to make that same design with the Nothing's Better Than. So I don't know, which one do you think is better? Do you like the kind of more plain one, or do you like this one that has more stuff on it too? So let me know, and I'm going to show you the other ones I have. So nothing's better than coffee, except for maybe tacos. Tacos. So this one, I use that same paper. So this is the paper I pulled out, right, that I used on the card we made tonight. And here, I just took a big sheet of it, and then I used the radiating stitches dies, and cut out a piece of the Very Vanilla. I used the Alphabet a la Mode die set to cut out the tacos out of Poppy Parade. You have the Today's Plan Consume still on some Parakeet Party. And then I used the Taco Fiesta set to make some tacos and a little lime and a little pepper. So today's plan, consume tacos because adulting is hard. You don't like that set? Oh no. All right. So there we have the today's plan, consume tacos. That one was fun. Now I also used, so this original one that I did used some of that piece of designer series paper that had pictures. I cut out another one of those pictures to make this card. So here's more of, a masculine biker card. And I put strips of, if I did this again, I maybe would just use one pattern paper. I actually use strips of different pattern paper behind here, but it's kind of hard to see. So I maybe would just use one. And then I cut out the picture of this guy on his bike and mounted it on some Very Vanilla. I grabbed that today's plan. So now instead of consume, it just says today's plan. And then I use the Alphabet a la Mode dies to cut out Ride out of Very Vanilla and Basic Black. And when I line these up, I'm going to hold this up just a little bit. When I line these up, I kind of offset them just a little bit so you can see the black on one side to kind of help those dies really kind of pop. Oh, I froze. Oh no. Oh, there we go. to help those dies really pop off the page so you can read them. So today's plan, ride and be awesome. So super fun. And then I have one more. Now, if you follow me on Instagram and you saw my Instagram stories this weekend, you know that I was trying to use the brushed bouquet stamp set and dies, and it was not working. It wasn't working. I couldn't get it to work. So this is the one card that I ended up making. So these flowers right here are from the brushed bouquet die set. And the dies cut out these flowers, and they're so pretty. This is why I want them to work. They're so pretty. They cut out these flower images, and they have like an embossed raised section. They're just gorgeous. I love them so much. I really wanted it to work. But besides this card, I couldn't come up with anything. But what I did is I cut these two I cut out of petal pink. This one, I think it was basic white, and then I think that I used like a blending brush to add Calypso coral to it, I think is what I did. And then what I did, I took the soft pastels. Pull these out. I took the soft pastels, right? And I took these out, and I took the one, I think this is supposed to be Poppy Parade. I took this and I swiped it like this over those die cut images that have that embossing on it. So the embossing just stuck to the top of it, which gave that really pretty effect. So this is the one way I figured out how to use them. Other than that, I didn't figure out anything. But they're going to be on sale. If you want to get the Brush Bouquet dies and the Brush Bouquet stamp set, and you want to show me how awesome you can make cards with it, I would love for you to do that, because they are both going to be on sale next week for 60% off, which is an amazing deal. I mean, yeah, why not, right? Give it a try. And then back here, I have the pretty, what is it? I think Pretty Blossoms, Pretty Flowers embossing folder. This is going to be 20% off. So much sale items on here. The thanks so very much is from the Kind and Sincere stamp set. And that's being retired too. I don't think it's on sale though, but there you go. Isn't that fun? You get all sorts of stuff going on there. So those are my cards for this evening. Using that ready to ride paper, which I love the paper. You know, I'm definitely not a motorcycle person, but this paper I think is just fabulous, and some really fun cards with it. So I hope that you liked it too. I hope you'll give it a chance. And if you don't have this paper yet, you'll definitely want to get it next week, because it's going to be on sale and then it's going to be gone. So I hope that you all have a fabulous evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you'll come back on Tuesday. I will be live on Tuesday night again at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I think, so normally I do like a technique. Normally next week would be my technique week. But I think we're going to do a fun little Easter project that you can stamp along with me. So watch for the supply list coming out Monday night over in the Facebook group, or I'll have the video set up by Monday night on YouTube, and you can click into the description and it will have the supply list there too. So I hope you'll come join me Tuesday to make a fun little project. That's going to be really easy and fun. So have a great weekend. I'll see y'all next week.